So I don't know why, but it takes like, you know, a whole 3 seconds to load and be like, okay, it's gonna record in like 2 seconds, and then I'll go by once, and then 1 second, and then I'll go by once. I'm like, okay, enough already. So I was like, nah. It is the 22nd. No, I'm sorry. Today is March 23rd. It's a Wednesday of 2011. Yeah. And I just got back. Well, not really. About an hour ago. From doing stuff. Today was kind of a semi-busy day. Woke up this morning, studied, and then at about 12 went downstairs, and Celine and I walked to the Office of International Studies and Exchange to find out where our classroom would be for the test we're taking today. And so then we went, and at 1 o'clock, we had tests, and I did okay, not great. So if I get placed into 500 level, even 400 level, I will be very surprised. I mean, that's what I was aiming for, right? But at this time, it's like, if they put me in 100 level, I'll cry, but I won't be surprised, And then afterwards, came back and studied, and then decided I had studied enough. I had studied too much. So I watched an episode of Bones that I had bought right before I came to Japan, and that was really like soothing. And then I decided that I probably was staying inside too long. So I got on my bike, my little G10 yellow, and I rode like 3, 4, 5 stoplights, and then like a whole long road, which was like, what is the city made of? It's like all hills. It's like uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill. And the downhill, the downhills are fine. Downhill parts are fine. But the uphills is like, okay, here I go. And it's like a stoplight, and so I like lose my momentum. And then I'm like, okay, here I go again. I'm, cycling, and then I have to stop again, and it's like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So I went to Book Off. It's by Apito, which is like a shopping mall. And that was, Book Off was good. I looked and looked and looked forever for a Gundam that I had bought at the other bookstore, for full price or whatever. But I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it at all. I found something like Gundam, but nothing really exactly the next one in the series that I want, which is driving me insane because I don't want to buy it full price. Who wants to buy it full price? So I'm gonna have to see if I can find another Book Off somewhere. And then came back and was not going to stop at East Paradise. I was not, because I was like, I'm gonna go make dinner and it'll be okay. But I stopped because I saw Celine, and I was like out of breath, and then I was gonna go to Kanasue to get really cheap food for dinner. Then I was like, no, I have food for dinner that I was supposed to eat for lunch, and I didn't. And so what ended up happening is I was at East Paradise for like an hour or something, just like, emailing people, and then I came back, and since coming back I have been making dinner, and it is now 9:20, and I have yet to eat dinner because it's sitting right here in front of me. Can you see this? Kind of. Okay, so that's broccoli and tofu and onions and shiitake mushrooms. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited. It's really good too, I think. At least the mushrooms. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. But I think I've figured out how to cook onions. I've become semi-proficient. which is good. Right. I really haven't figured out how to make anything besides stir fry yet, but yesterday or the day before I learned how to use my microwave thing, which, if you can believe it, is like a microwave and an oven and a toaster all combined into one device. And it looks like, you know, like the base version, you know, like everybody has one, or, you know, like, or more expensive than this. My question is, why don't we have them in the US? I mean, I could use a mini stove or like a mini toaster. A toaster, of all things. You know, you put in bread and it toasts your bread. Oh my goodness. It's like nothing I have ever seen before. I'm sure when I was here last time, they call it a range, the rangy. I'm sure it did it, but I didn't realize. And so I'm like excited, but I have nothing to cook in it yet, so I'm gonna figure out things to cook in it. Tomorrow we have a couple more tests. We're supposed to get our results from today's test tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So Selena and I are going to walk over at probably 8:45. It's supposed to be like kanji test tomorrow. And we bring a pencil and, what is it, bring pencil and eraser. And apparently you're supposed to like look at the kanji and write the hiragana, or look at the hiragana and write the kanji. And looking at the kanji and writing the hiragana, oh, that's the easy part. That's the easy part. But in reverse, it's kind of hard, because even kind of basic kanji, I can read them just fine. But remembering how to write them is another matter. So that is what I'm going to study tonight. Until 11, maybe. And then I'm going to go to bed so I can get up and be ready for tomorrow. And that's it. I didn't get internet today, but I'm gonna try tomorrow. After Nanai comes back from work. And really, that is the end. I know when you see all these like videos are gonna be like, you know, the past 3 or 4 days, or so sorry in advance. You know, if anybody actually watches these, but I'm not actually sure you guys do, because you guys don't leave me a message, except for Crystal, of course. Thank you, Crystal. I love you. Ooh. But I'm gonna eat my dinner now, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye.